Let us understand the features of tags. Okay, so what are the features of tag? The number one is the tag helps to mark the various elements in HTML document. Okay, then we know the tags are enclosed in angular brackets. These brackets we have to mention the comment in between these angular brackets. Next one is the tags are always written in pairs. Okay, so there are two tags to complete a comment in HTML. The first tag is the start tag and the second tag is the stop tag. So for example, we are taking one. Suppose we are writing title, then computer, and then also slash title. So here this title tag is known as the start tag and this title tag is known as the end tag or stop tag. Okay, so because it has a slash at the beginning. Next point is the stop tag is always written using a slash before the comment, already learned. And the last is the tags are not case sensitive. This means that if we write small html or html, that means if we write the tags in small letter or in capital letter, both works here. Okay, this was the basic features of tags. Now we will be learning about empty tag and non-empty tags. So the point is now empty tag, empty empty tags, and next one is non empty tag. Okay, so what do you mean by empty tags? One example is hr, age and then r. Okay, basically hr tag represent a thematic break in the text. You can say that a horizontal line. Okay, so here only it has start tag, no stop tag. So in HTML document only this tag used, there is no stop tag or hr. On another example is br, b and then r, it means break. Okay, so this tag is used to break the sentence, word or the line, you can say. So it has only one tag, that is start tag. It does not have any stop tag. Okay, so that means it is known as the empty tags. Okay, so basically empty tag means the tag which don't require any closing tag, or you can say that the empty tags don't contain any element in between. Okay, and now if I look for the non-empty tag, so for non-empty tag, example like html, various examples are there, title. Okay, then age 1, then b for bold the text. So all these tags are known as the non-empty tag, as it contains some element in between start tag and end tag, and all this tag contains the elements, because all these tags require end tag or closing tag. Yes, we know if we write html tag, that is start tag, so it has the end tag or stop tag or closing tag, that is slash html. So when the tag has both the tags, then is known as the non-empty tags or container tag. Okay, So already we have learned about the features of tags, empty and non-empty tag. Next one is nested tags. What do you mean by nested tags? Actually, many times multiple tags are used in a document. Okay, already we have seen that. For taking example, take an example. Suppose this the basic structure of HTML. Look at very carefully. Here the first tag is HTML. So in between HTML tag it contains head tag, and and, and again inside the head tag it is title tag. So HTML contains another tag inside this tag, inside it. So whenever any tag remains in any tag, then it is known as the nesting tag or nested tags. So basically, when one uses some tags within other tags, it is known or called as a nesting of tags. Okay. So nesting tags means using multiple tags. That is when you enclose an element using multiple tags. Okay, got it? But remember one thing, the last tag opened should be the first tag closed. That means here I am writing HTML first. Okay, so we are ending this tag at last here, and in between all the tags are completed inside the tags. Okay, got it? Okay, now we will be looking for the next part, that is tag attribute. Okay, so next part is tag attribute. Actually, some tags can have special attributes. Okay, attributes can provide additional information about the HTML element which is enclosed in that tag. Okay, the attribute tags are also written in a special way. We are writing one. Suppose I am writing body. So we know body is a tag. It is known as the non-empty tag, and it has both tags, start tag and end tag. So if we want to make the body color, basically body background color red, so we can write body bg color and then red in between angular bracket, it is angular bracket. Okay, got it? So the attribute tags are also written in a special way. They are written within angular brackets. Okay, number 2, attributes are always specified in the stat tag. Okay, so these are the attributes. Okay, so here this attribute is enclosed in the start tag. Okay, all attributes are made up of two parts, a name and a value. Two parts. So the attribute has two parts, one is the name and another is the value. Okay, generally the value is enclosed between. So here we are taking example. The example is inside the angular bracket body and then the name bg color equal sign and then inverted comma red. Okay, I am writing it again. I am writing it properly. Body bg color equal to red and angular bracket. Okay, so the tag is used body and the bg color is the attribute here. So bg color is known as the attribute here. Okay, note that the special attribute has been used in the start tag itself. BG color stands for the background color. Got it? So to color the background in the body, we use body background color. Okay, so here the BG colors has been specified to be red. This means that the browser will understand that the background of the color of the body should be red. Also note that we had mentioned above that all attributes are made of two parts. One is name and another one is value. Okay, hence in this example also the attribute has two parts. One is name, that is BG color, another one is value, that is red. Okay, so these two make attribute. Okay, attribute. Okay, got it? So here you can also give different types of color here as your choice. For according to your choice you will have background color. Okay, so got the tag attributes? I think so. Already in the previous slides or in the previous video we learned how to open Notepad and write the HTML code. Okay, so today I'll show you how to write HTML code using notepads. Okay, so at first we have to click on the start button, then we will go for the notepad. Okay, you can write here directly in the search. So write notepad. Okay, then you have the option here, that is the notepad. So click on that. If you click on that, so you will have this type of window. Here you may write the HTML code. So I'll show you some empty tags. Okay, how it works and how to write the HTML code both. So at first we have to make the angular bracket here to write the HTML code. Okay, now we are writing the HTML code to use BR and HR. Already we have learned BR and HR are the empty tags. So look at the example how to use BR and HR and the output also. So we are writing here at first HTML. Okay, and then again we are writing the tag body. Just we are using body here. Okay, because we know tags are used in angular bracket, so already we have used this. And then write something. I am writing computer and then also we have to end the body tag. So how to end the body tag? Slash and then body. Okay, body. And then we have to again close the HTML comment, so that is slash HTML. So that is the basic structure. Now we want to use HR. Okay, so how to use HR? We can use HR to make the horizontal rule. Okay, enter here and write here HR. Okay, so I have written that HTML first, then HR to apply the horizontal rule, and then body. And so that means on the body we want to show you the word computer. Okay, so now we have completed the code. Then we have to save this HTML document. So how to save it? Here write the file name. So I am writing first and we have to make the extension here. So what is the extension of HTML file? .html or .html. So I am mentioning here .html. Okay, and we are saving it on the desktop and then click save. Okay, now look at the desktop. So it is now here. Okay, got it? But look at that, if you are not saving it properly, then it looks like the notepad. You have to click it and use web browser. If you click on the web browser, you will have the following outputs. Okay, so the output is computer, and at above it is the horizontal rule here. Okay, so if you apply Azure in your Azure, if you are applying Azure in your HTML code, so the output will be like that way. Okay, this. Okay, so got that how to use the Azure. Here also, if we want to add another Azure, we can write Azure at the below here. So it depends on you where you want to make the horizontal rule. Already I have written here another Azure, and then you can click on the save and then open the browser and refresh it, because it is the same file. Then you will have two horizontal rule here, because in the code already mentioned two Azure, and here if we mention another Azure at the below here, then another Azure will be below the computer. Save it and open the browser and refresh it, then the output will be like that way. Okay, so it depends on you where you want Azure on your browser. Okay, got it? Now this is the Azure command and it works like that way. So already you have learned how to save the HTML command and how to save the HTML code. Okay, now we are using BR command. So what is BR command? Already know. So look at the comments here. All the comments we are using here, we have written it inside HTML start tag and end tag. So whatever you are using, you have to use in between these two tags. Okay, now we are using BR tag. So look at carefully to understand. Suppose I am writing HTML and then body and then computer and then body tag and then the HTML tag again, that is the stop tag. So one thing you have to remember, that whatever we are writing, that is HTML body, on the if we have written HTML body tag and HTML stop tag. Okay, but on the browser, if you save it and run on the browser, then it looks like that way. Only computer will be printed on the browser. So it is clear that all those to operate on the elements. Okay, we know what are the elements. Elements resides in between tags. So here computer is the element here. Okay, so only on the browser tags will not be shown or viewed. Okay, so now we are taking the example, that is BR. So we know BR tag is known as the empty tag. So if we click here and write BR tag, as it has only start tag, it does not have any end tag or stop tag. So we have to use BR in between this, and if you save this HTML code and run again on the browser, then look at the output. On the first line it is comp, and then on the second line it is utter. Okay, that means BR breaks the word, sentence or line. Okay, you can use anywhere where you want to break the word, sentence or the line. Okay, I think it is clear to you how to use break and edger. Okay, now it is time to learn about some non-empty tags one by one. The first tag we'll use, that is p tag. So what do you mean by p tag? Suppose I am writing some computer teacher okay, got it? And again I am writing you are my and you are my students. Okay, so here if we write okay, so I am writing these two sentences in between body because we want to show it on the body, that means body part. So here I have written I am a computer teacher and then you are my students. Okay, so here if I use b tag, that is bold tag, and here also we are mentioning the stop tag or b of b, then what will it give at the output? We'll see. Now save it and run the code. Look that thus all these sentences are in bold on the browser. Okay, so that means if we use b tag, so it is used to make the sentences, words or paragraph, anything in the bold. Okay, so if we are using start tag, you have to use it at the end tag. Okay, you can use this bold tag whatever you want to. You can use this bold tag to make any word, sentence or letter bold. If I write here /b and run it, save it and run it, so look at the output. Only I am in the bold and the rest are not in the bold. Okay, so you can choose the word, sentence or line to bold. Okay, so I am choosing this. Suppose I want to make am in bold, so write b here at the beginning of the am, and after am it is /b and run it, save it and on the browser run it. Then you will have only am in the bold. Okay, so got that? So whenever you want to bold any word, line or letter, you have to use this bold tag before and after the word, or letter or the sentence. Now this is already we have learned about the bold. So for italic it is also the same thing. B for bold, I for italic. Okay, so if we want to make the word, sentence or letter italic, you may use I tag. Okay, so here I want to make M in italic letter, so then save it and run it. Look at only M in the italic. Okay, so basically it depends on you on which word or sentence or letter you want to use the tag. Okay, now another one is U tag. So if I write U here instead of I or B and then save this and run on the browser, then it gives underlined words. Okay, there is the underline. So you basically make the letter, word and sentence underlined. Okay, so you can use anywhere all these tags. So already we have learned the basic tags of HTML. If I want to make it underline, then you can write it like that way, save it and open on the browser. Okay, so from M to students it is underlined. Okay, I think it is clear. Okay, very good. Now I will be using another tags, so look at very carefully. Now it is a time for headings tag. So for headings H tag is used. It is also a physical non-empty tag. One can use different sizes for the different headings in HTML. You can even provide 6 levels of headings in HTML. For example, H1, H2, H3 and so on. So here tag H1 will result in bigger size headings than the tag H2. Okay, see the example shown here. So I am writing HTML and then inside the body I am already mentioned I am a computer teacher. Okay, so I am copying this sentence, enter it and write it again to show you all the age tags. Okay, so I have copied this sentence and paste for 5 times. Now look what is the difference between all the age command. So age means heading tags. Okay, so now apply age 1, so you have to end the tag also. So here write age 1. Okay, so by doing the same thing here you will have the output. I am copying this and pasting here. Okay, so you don't need to write it again, copy it and paste it. Okay, but we are not using h2 for all those sentences. It will be h3. So I am writing here h3, h3, and then h4, and then h5, and then h6. So the question is, how many heading tags are there? 6 heading tags are there, 1 to 6, h1, h2, h3, h4, and then h6. Now look what it does, what it means. Okay, so here we have written I am computer teacher in different headings. Okay, that means heading tags, and mentioning here the slash, we have to make it end tag. Okay, so basically you have like that type of comments for heading. Okay, now so look at the output, you will have the different sizes of the sentence. So you will have different types of output for the different types of heading tags. So for the first tag that is already used here, that is h1. So look at the output. For h1, it has the highest or the bigger size at the output. Then for h2, it is less than the h1, and it is decreasing by 1 by 1. Okay, h1 will result in bigger size heading, and h6 will result in smaller size heading than h1, h2. So we can say that h1 tag will result in bigger size heading, and h6 will result in smaller size heading than the tag h1, h2, h3, h4, h5. So it depends on you what size of headings you are using in your HTML code. Okay, so I think it is clear to you how to use all the heading tag. So if I suppose I want to write only h3, so you can write it. Okay, and run it, save it and run it, then we will have only this. Okay, so it depends on you which size you want on your HTML document. Okay, got it? Now go to the HTML coding part. Now again we'll learn about the paragraph tag, that is p tag. So already you have learned about h tag, that is heading tag, bold tag, italic tag, underline tag, br tag, and hr tag. So here if we write this sentence again and again and use p, then look what it means. So I am writing here. Okay, so it is a bigger line. Okay, I am, so I have pasted the sentence I am a computer teacher many times. Now mention the paragraph. P means paragraph, we know. So I want to make all the sentences in 2 paragraphs. So mention where you want to make it. Okay, P, and again after it I want to make it another P. So we are writing here P, and you have to mention the next paragraph using /p. Okay, so if you want to convert the entire sentences or documents into few paragraphs, you have to mention p in between all these lines. So if I save this and open or run on the browser, it looks like that. Okay, so I am a computer teacher, I am a computer teacher, I am a computer teacher. So the output is, so at the output we have the two paragraphs. Okay, because we are mentioning paragraph tag 2 times. So it depends on you how many paragraphs you want on your HTML document, you want on the browser. Okay, so mention P for the paragraph to make the paragraph on the browser. Okay, it is completed. I think it is clear to you. So look at very carefully. You can use P tag many times, okay, in your document. So basically you can use all these to make your HTML document attractive or in a different way. Okay, now we are using another tag, that is center tag. So what is center tag? I will show you. I am deleting all the tags here. I am deleting all this. Okay, so now it is the basic tag. Now on this HTML code I am using the center tag. What is center tag? Basically center tag is used to make the word or sentence at the center. Okay, so use CENTER. Just write the stop tag here also. Okay, so center tag basically used to display any content in the center of the page. So already I have mentioned here. So if I save this HTML code and run on the browser, so it gives the sentence in the center of the page. Okay, so got that? So already we applied center. Okay, now in the last part we are using the, now for interest, to give you the interest, I am showing you another tag. So already we have learned the HR tag. Now it is time to make the tag attribute. So here we are applying tag attribute. So already we have learned how to use the HR. Now look at the sentence was, I am writing here again, I am a computer. My keyboard is not working properly. I am a computer teacher. Okay, now we have written this sentence. Already we have mentioned this sentence inside the body tag. Now I want to use HR here. So you can use HR anywhere you want to use HR. That means horizontal rule. So now already we have learned tag attributes. So here if you want to make HR into tag attributes, you have to mention name and value. Already we have learned how to use it. So here it is HR. I want to make the rule in different color. How to? HR, then mention color, COLOR. Okay, and then equal sign, and inside the inverted comma just write the color you want to make here on the browser for the HR. So if I write HR, then color, and then equal sign, and in between inverted comma we have mentioned the color blue. Okay, so look at the example here. Whenever we are using the tag attributes, we have to use it in the start tag, not the end tag or the stop tag. Okay, so here color is the name, okay, and blue is the value. We know attribute has two parts, one is name and the value. Now if we save this file and open in the browser, now look at what is the output. It is a, above the sentence, it is the blue colored line. Okay, got it? So another one, if I writing another one either you may use. So if I am writing, copying it, I don't need to write it again and paste it, and we are mentioning here another color, that is red. Same thing, either and then color and type of color, save it and run this. Look at, so at the output we will have two different colors of lines. So either basically gives us the horizontal rule, that means horizontal line, wherever you need it you use it, and if you want to make it in color then use the tag attribute. So actually tag attributes are used to provide additional information about the HTML element that is enclosed in that tag. Okay, understand? I think everything is now clear. Now the last part in this video I want to do it. We are mentioning the body background color. Already we have learned. So if I use bg color and equal sign and inverted comma, and between inverted comma it is not red, suppose yellow. Okay, so here we mention the tags body, and also we have mentioned the tag attributes. So here we are mentioning it in the start tag because it is the rule. We have to mention the attributes in the start tag, not in the end tag. Here the attributes are bg color and yellow. Yellow is the value and bg color is the name. Look at the output. So save it and then run on the browser. Okay, got it? So bg color means background color, so it is used to make the background color. Here bg color is chosen in body, that's why the body color changes from white to yellow. So whenever you are using bg color, it gives us the different types of background color. Here it is yellow, already have mentioned in the HTML code. Okay, so I think this lecture was very much interesting to you. So if you like it, then recap it and read it or go through it. Okay, thank you very much.